Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. As you guys know, we've been discussing how to create an online web application from scratch. So in today's video, we are gonna design a single product view page using HTML, CSS, JavaScript and Tailwind. So this is a responsive page. So as you guys can see, this is a product view page over here. You can see by the URL product view. So we have the header as usual, and next we have the hero section over here. So we have a quick statistics over here and a heading over here saying creative branding essentials and some tabway structures over here and the path over here from skills to design. So if we scroll down below, we have information about the skill. So I have given build strong brand identities with design. Next we have what's included in the skill. So in this scenario we have full course access, lifetime access, direct support, resources, certificate, expert content. So all these are included in this skill tutoring. So next we have the reviews over here by former or present beneficiaries of the skill provided by the skill instructor Sahan Pereira. So we have different types of reviews. We have 5-star review, 4-star review and 3-star review, and the number of reviews are mentioned over here, and the date which the review had been made is mentioned over here. So if we scroll down more below, we have a section which shows the other skills provided by Sahan Pereira. So we have 3 other skills over here, and on the right side, if you notice, we have the skill information which we are currently viewing. So we have the price of the skill and the access time, so lifetime access or one-time access. So to enroll now, we have an enroll button, and below it we have 2 other buttons called add to cart and watch list. So we can add to cart from the add to cart button, and we can mark it as a favorite or something to watch later on the watch list. So next we have some statistics over here. So the level is mentioned, which is beginner. Next, the number of students enrolled right now in this skill tutoring. Next we have the ratings. So we have 50 reviews, and when is the skill added? So in this case, the skill is added on March 2026. So below that we have the instructor's information over here. So in this case, the instructor is Sahan Pereira. So he's a skill instructor, and he's been instructing since February 2026. And the number of courses are mentioned here, and the number of students enrolled, and the rating is mentioned. So if you scroll down or up, you can see the left side is more movable than the right side. So that's because we have made the right side, this area over here, sticky. So the user can scroll down to see all reviews without the information of the skill going down with them. So that's more comfortable for the users. So next we have the footer over here as usual. So let's check out how have we done this by going to the coding section. So let me open the code. So this is our product view.php page. So first of all, I have checked whether a session is created. If not, I have set to create a session. And next I have required once the connection.php file, and I have checked whether the remember me token exists. So for that I can if condition and check whether is anything not set for the $session logged in, or if the value set to the $session logged in is not true. If either one condition satisfy, I have set to require once the auth check.php file. I'm not going to discuss what do we have in the auth check.php file. We have done that in previous videos. Make sure to watch them before watching this. So next we have created a variable called $logged in, and for the value I have checked whether is anything set to the session logged in. If something is set to the session logged in, I have set to take that value as the value of the variable $logged in. If not, I have set to take the value as false. Same way for the user role, I have checked whether is anything set to the session active account type. If so, take the value of that session as the value of the variable $user role. If not, take the value as an empty string. Next, for the user ID, same way, I have checked whether is anything set to the session user ID. If so, take that value as the value of the variable user ID. If not, take the value as an empty string. Next, I have created another variable called product ID and check whether we get an ID from the client side. If we get an ID from the client side, I have set to take that as the value for the product ID variable. If not, take the value as 0. So next, I have given a if condition and check whether the product ID variable's value is less than or equal to 0. If it is 0, then I have set to change the location to search products.php. So that's not a valid product. Next, I have given a search query over here, and I have taken all from the product table, all the items from the product table, and name from the category table as cat name, and first name and last name and the ID from the user table. So the ID is taken as SID, which is seller ID, and the created date as SJoin, which is seller join from the product table, and I have left join the category table and the user table to it. So all those items are taken where the ID of the product is equal to the ID provided by the user, and the status of the product is active. So if the status is inactive, we won't get a result. So it should be active and the ID should match. So if we get a result or not, then I have to take that result as the value of the variable $p. And by an if condition, I have ensured that if we do not get a value from the search query $p, or the numbers are equal to 0, so anything have not been returned from the search query, then I have set to change the location same as before to the search products.php. Next, I have created another variable called $p, and I have reassigned the value from the search query above to a associative array and held that array by the variable $p again. So next we have the stats section over here. I have got the rating. So this will be discussed in the next video where we program this page. So as usual, we have required the header.php file, and over here we have our design. So this is our hero section, the badge, quick stats. We have the breadcrumb over here where we show the path we came. So we came from skills to the design section. So we have the quick stats over here. So we'll be coding these all, we'll be programming these all in the next video. So next we have the main content over here. So the description and what's included is mentioned here. So the included items are mentioned over here in a for each. And if you are wondering what does this mean, this is nothing to worry. It's just a short form to echo. So without mentioning the echo statement, we just give an equal for the PHP tag. And next we have entered the for each which we started to output what's included. So here we have the reviews. So if you check out one review over here, we have the heading reviews and the review count by number and the number of stars over here, and the number of reviews mentioned over here. All are mentioned in span tags, and the person who has given the review and the date is mentioned over here. His rating is shown over here, and the description given by him is given over here. So as I said before, we will be programming this everything in the next video. So next I have added same as these two reviews. So here we have the related skill area where we display other items listed by the seller called San Pereira. So if we check out one item over here, we have given an image tag and given an src over here for the image. In another tag we have given the type as beginner, intermediate or advanced, and the name of the skill listed, so in this case music production secrets, and the price of the skill. Same way I have listed two other skills which are listed by San Pereira. So if we scroll past that, we have the right sticky sidebar. So in that we have our CTA card. Let's check out what is there in there. So we have our price of the current product, which is viewed as the single product, and the status is mentioned. So we have given the button enroll now over here, and the cart and the watch list buttons are coded over here inside this div tag. Add to cart button and watch list. So next we have the meta information of the skill listed. So the level of the skill is beginner, students enrolled are 50, the rating are 50 reviews, the date added is March 2026. For that I given for each, and inside span tags I have echoed it. Next we have the instructor card. So in this case we have San Pereira. He's a skill instructor and he's been instructing since February 2026, the skill mentioned. And finally we have the number of courses he has been doing and the number of students enrolled and the rating. Finally we have required footer.php. So that concludes our designing of the product view page. So hope you understood. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next video where we program this page. Thank you.